Last dojo's here, isn't it? Don't know if I have enough money for everything, but we'll try to get all the dojo moves. Then I wanted to try and get the fangs, and then after that I think I'm done trying to do things. I don't know that I'm gonna find all the animals. I think I'll make a save ahead of time, or if I ever want to go back and do it. It's not something that I think is necessary. I thought it was going to be necessary to unlock all the stats, but it turns out that there's way more than enough praise in the game. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, let's do this one first and see how much money we have left. So you once again choose to try your hand at fighting arts. I suppose I have no choice. I'll do as you wish and allow you to enroll in my dojo, but I must warn you, I won't hold back this time. Oh. He never holds back. What's he talking about? Wow. Are you mentally prepared to handle the ultimate challenge? Step inside and test your might. Okay. Lesson begin. You'll practice the brown rage god technique. Take these tips to heart and remember them as we train. During the battle, firmly press B to insult the enemy. Doing so will cause your foe to drop a demon fang. Press for golden fury. Hold for brown rage. Show those evildoers exactly how you feel about them. Yes. Okay. I don't remember which one's B. Okay, that one. What? Why? We kind of assumed it was going to be something like this, but... I mean, if you get demon fangs for it, it might be worth it. Easier to aim than the peeing one. We'll do the most expensive ones first, since it'll give us an idea of how much money we need. Alright, I'm going. Equip glaives as both main and sub weapons for this technique. Both glaives will undergo an increased power. Growl furiously as you cut down foes with their sword hands. Yes. Which one? Here and then, yeah. No. That one's quicker to learn. Equip 2 sets of rosary beads now? Is that what it's going to be? Yes. We're learning all the techniques. We didn't need them earlier, so I doubt we'll need them now. But we're learning them. Alright. Let's learn a few more. Not too many more. We did a decent job of learning them on the way through. I think this is just going to be another combo, so... But for what? Probably the first weapon, I'm guessing? Ba-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-dum. press A to jump, then again to jump even higher. The Holy Falcon causes attack power to accumulate. That power changes jump into an aggressive and powerful attack. What? Just jumping? Okay. Did not think I'd get it. I wonder if that just like extends a combo even. That'd be pretty cool. Carefully press RT. In doing so, you will not only dodge the enemy's incoming attacks, but your momentum will also allow you to strike back at your foes. Okay. And all god techniques develop your techniques. Oh, so now it does damage. That's cool. Okay, so... Alright. That is cool. Just passive damage increase overall. Okay. Next is getting some demon fangs. So let's go ahead and do this, and this is the sub. And we'll go back to the starting area, because I seem to be able to get a decent amount of fangs from there pretty quickly. I think I needed... Was it like 80 and 50? I can't remember. I needed at least 80 for sure. It might have been 180 I needed. He might even have a new one now, so it might be worth checking, but... I went the wrong way. Alright, back to the starting area. And now we just fight enemies for a while, I guess. Gotta remember to slash them, and remember to do the new ability, hopefully, so I get more from them as well. We'll see how well it works. I think I had 27 prior to that, so... Yeah, that was pretty good. As long as we get those guys in particular, the, not the underground ones, but the ones that have, like, the passive. Da 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 da. Oh, thank you, Axelrod. I was just about to do that. I didn't think anyone was here. I appreciate that. How you doing tonight, man? Huda. Seems like they've come back in full force, huh? The bots, I mean. Oop, wasn't pressing the button. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. We are just grinding some fangs at the moment. I'm thinking we could probably beat this game tonight. I'm assuming now that all the stray beads and like the area they've been talking about for so long appeared, that it's like they made it so that this area works this way too, because when we fought here before, those enemies didn't exist, but now they do, and they give 3 when you kill them if you do the slashing, and they're like all over the place. So it's like they knew you were gonna grind. Here's some easy enemies to grind to get fangs, but still, I think I would have preferred not having to grind at all. Didn't get this guy, so. Don't want to fight those guys. I thought for sure that this game was going to be like 15 hours long max. I thought maybe like a 2-3 day stream. If my game came, I could switch to that game. I could throw this in on occasion. But then I ended up really enjoying it. But I would say it's probably a 30-hour game without doing all the extra stuff I've done. But I have found a lot of the side stuff pretty fun. Not all of it, but a lot of it. I think these will be fish guys, so I really shouldn't try and fight them. Also, I should always be running around with it in the morning. I guess it is morning now, but I can't tell because of that storm that's going on in the game story currently. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. I thought this would be a good example for me, since it was a game I was enjoying doing a lot of content. Do I still enjoy any games trying to like complete 100%? What I found is I still have my threshold. This game has had some, what I would call, really frustrating points to it, in some silly mini games that were necessary. Like story necessary. If those were all side things, it wouldn't have bothered me at all. Thought that was a bird for a second. But for the most part, I've liked the little storylines I've gotten from getting a majority of the stray beads. A lot of them have had some type of story element to it. And some of them have just been like, oh yeah, dig this area up and you get something. But it's added some elements to characters. What it really comes down to, though, I think I just need to be immersed in the atmosphere of a game. If you can get me with the aesthetics, the music, And the gameplay is just kind of, it's like nice. I wouldn't even like say I enjoy the combat in this game. It's fine. I don't think it's anything special. But it's not like debilitating. There's just been some battles that have been frustrating, and part of that, I think, as I learned how some of those enemies worked, it wasn't as much of a problem. But still, I am ready to go back to JRPGs, but I've been having a blast with this one. It's been good. How many fangs are we up to? 86. It's a funny number. I just watched that anime again with Deformed. It looks like the enemies did not respawn. So we're gonna go back into this town and make them respawn. So we found one set of birds in this area. I can't remember what percentage the birds were giving me when I was finding them. I think it was like 8%. And if that's the case, there's probably only 2 sets of birds that I missed. I don't think it was like 18%, because I'm at 82 if I remember correctly. And if I remember, I found some birds over here. Hold on. Got it. Gotta put my stuff in my bag. Yeah, I found birds over here. I remember that. I don't remember if I found any over here by this tree. No, I forgot she sang. Yeah, we found some here. Then I think there's some on the way up here. Like in the center where we talked to this guy. Have you seen 67 yet? No. I know you're 6-7ing me, but I said 67 to alleviate the pain and suffering of everyone. What's up, Fidel? Okay, we found these guys. So we found 4 in this area? You know, I haven't landed back down there in a while. We should check to see if I can see any. None here. I remember there not being any on the islands, because that was the one thing that I checked a bunch of times. Oh yeah, that's right. You have to do it from here. I forgot how much of a pain this was, and then I figured out I could just slash the box. Okay, so if we say we've found 4 or 5 so far, and we said that that was like 8% per pop, that'd be 40% of them so far. Oh, she's back. Great Mother Okami Amaterasu, may the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. Oh. Never mind. She did not find anything there. Or is there any fruits? I guess I haven't done a sapling in a while, so there probably wouldn't be. Oh, jeez. Don't think I read that one before. It could be like somehow you have to be able to do those birds as well, but those aren't the same size as the other birds, so I doubt it. Anyway, let's go get more fangs. I'll loop around here slowly, see if I missed any birds somewhere. And I know we went to the top area above the village with it being morning multiple times. So that was another area I thought they might be. Definitely checked over there. Alright. One is. This new ability will make getting fangs quicker, at least. This is weird not being able to tell whether it's day or night now. Did I cut them all? Oh, I missed these guys. Dang it. I think I missed them. If I could just keep redoing that battle really quickly. In fact, maybe we just do this. Maybe we do these battles down here, go over to this guy's house, go inside it and come back out and see if that resets them. I think I set that one on fire instead of cutting him up. No, 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 no. I think there's at least a third battle over here before the house. Yeah, 3 battles again and again is not too bad. Da 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 da. Ah. Doesn't seem like they respawned. Dang. Maybe just doing this one's easiest? Nah, I don't know. This is a little bit of a trek back here each time. It could just clear the area each time. I don't know why these ones give 3 when you kill them, but I'm not complaining. Don't know why I was going to avoid that enemy. Oops. I gotta remember that this weapon actually carries fire for me, which is pretty good, but also a little frustrating. Alright, do we do this one and then go buy the item and see how many more we need? Because I don't remember. Or maybe I just get the 160, because they might have both been 80, I don't remember. No, I need that one. Oh yeah, Axelrod, the football season's finally over now, so... we should set up that time to play something. it'll be cool. I'll play that game with you. I need to finish Wild Arms 4, and then I'll be playing Secret of Mana with Travis as well. So I'm gonna be doing. Well, we can wait a little bit on it. I'm just letting you know that I should be a little bit more available now, at least on Sundays, since we won't be watching football quite as frequently. Bum 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 bum. You have any luck now on the internet issues? Like, is anything getting better? Are they looking at it? Or are you still going through the same repetition of putting in tickets just because they won't come check it out type of BS? Ba-da-da-da-da. Is it a competitor? I wonder if, like, do you know if there's other people in your area? Like, are you close to people with your... Do you live in an area where there's a bunch of other houses that are also having internet issues? Oops. Hit that one by accident. Oh, well. We're at 176, so this will put us at the 180 we were looking for initially. For the most part, we have the occasional issues here, but it's not been nearly as bad as it was at my last place, so I really do have a hard time complaining. Honestly, the complaints we have here more often are the just the apartment complex itself and how it handles things. Like, it's not the best at handling some things. Alright, we'll go with 187 for now. Let me run through the forest again, see if I can maybe find anything I missed. What I worry about is the one temple that I went through might have animals you can feed. The first temple, because that one's the longest one we went through. And there are some areas that I don't know if I could even necessarily get back to. But I figured I'd do a quick run through for here. I remember where some of them are that I did, so if I see hearts on them. And what were we at? We said we were at like maybe 40% so far based off of what we thought we fed. So I'm trying to go through like actual game progress to see. Okay, I don't think there was one here. When the map changes, it really throws me off. I know there was an animal over here, but I don't remember what it was at this point. Bunnies. It's shorter since I'd been dealing with this for 3+ months, and my company contacted us goes to me. I filed an FCC complaint 2 days later, and my provider's corporate office contacted me saying someone will reach out in 24 hours. I mean, hey. It's a shame you had to do that, but I mean, that's what you gotta do sometimes, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'd call that some form of progress at least. Yeah, I hate how much I rely on internet. Like, I obviously I need it for my job, but it's my main source of entertainment as well. It's how I hang out with the majority of my friends also. That's not to say that, you know, my friend group wouldn't potentially get together and do things more often if we didn't have internet, but it is absolutely something that I rely on very, very heavily. Oh, yeah. Ooh, birds. Okay. So we'll say that's 48%. It's not bad. And then I think you find some across that bridge. Oh, no, that was maybe bunnies again. I can't remember. Deer. More deer. More birds. So we'll... See, maybe it's less percent if there's less birds, though. That's the thing I don't know. But if anything, we'll say that we're at 56%. Which is starting to look accurate, because I remember not finding them for a while afterwards. I am the type of person that I will joke about complaining about things, like if a person brings me the incorrect food or things like that, but in reality, I just don't like making trouble or causing trouble, and I often understand that when it comes to people doing these jobs that there's a lot more going on, and you can't really tell what's going on in their lives or at their job or anything else, so I will not often complain. But sometimes, like, it's kind of your livelihood at this point, and it's not like you haven't tried as many avenues as possible to not make a big stink about things, but I'd say they haven't really given you much choice. I had a person deliver food yesterday, and granted it was like very cold outside, so as soon as they called me, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and help out as much as I can. So I picked up the phone and they're like, I can't find your place. I'm like, okay. So I was trying to figure out where they are. They're like, I'm at such and such apartment. I'm like, okay, I have a very good idea of where you are. And before I could even say anything, the person's like, you better come get this food, come out and get this food, or I'm going to cancel this order and leave. And I was like, okay, hold on a moment. I was like, well, let me make sure I know exactly where you're at and everything else. Do you see a building letter or anything? And like, even that type of thing was pissing them off. So they're like, I'm heading back to my car. You can come find me, or my truck. Sorry, they had a truck. I have to specify that because they let me know what type of truck they had, and that they were really upset for leaving the truck parked out while they went to drop my food off. And like 5 seconds later, I'm here trying to. I was in shorts and stuff like that in my apartment. I'm trying to put like a decent pair of sweatpants on really quick and a coat so I can head out as quickly as possible. While I'm talking to this person, I'm doing this, and they're like, they just started going at me again. And I actually, like, I got to the point where I got a little snippy, and I felt bad about it later when I really thought about it, since it shouldn't have bothered me as much as it did. But I was like, listen, I need to be able to, like, get ready to go outside. I can't just walk out there instantaneously. I'm sorry, I know it's cold, but I'm doing the best that I can. And they just basically, they were yelling at me the whole time. I go out, I walk like 10, 15 steps max. And they're like, I'm going to do another loop around the place. If I don't see you, I'm leaving. And I'm like, hold on, I see you right there. And they're like, and then they started like looking around. And then when they got out of their car, they're like, sorry for the inconvenience. I'm like, come on. But that frustrated me. But I thought about it. I was like, you know what? It was very cold outside. I don't know how long he was walking for. As far as I could tell, he had just got there. Maybe he was having a bad day. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff that goes to it. But even then. But I complained to my roommate about it a little bit, and then I got over it pretty quickly. But still, I was upset at myself for being frustrated by it, you know? Based on the ad I got, the mail, I can get 1 GB down up for half the price I'm paying for 500 down. Hmm. So it'd be slower internet if I got... Unless you're saying 500 megabytes. Based on the ad I got in the mail, I can get 1 gigabyte down up for half the price I'm paying for... Yeah, I think I was bothered mostly by the fact that I actually got upset. Like, I don't know. Kind of made me feel like a child a little bit. But it did frustrate me. Like, they found a way to rub me the wrong way, I guess, because I was trying to help. And I was trying to do my best. And I felt bad for them. But they made me, like... I shouldn't feel less... Why is my mouse there all of a sudden? I shouldn't feel less bad. Or, like, my frustration feel less bad for them or anything like that. But I do think that person potentially was just a rude person. And that happens. But also, it could just been a really shitty day. But anyway, there's my my TED Talk for the weekend. So we said like 56% is what we think we're at, right? Bunnies. I don't think there was anything over here, but I don't remember. I think it was just a dead end. Yeah. I have to work with banks, and like, I don't work with customers that use our service directly. Well, I guess I do, because the banks use our service technically. And I work with some dealerships and stuff like that on occasion as well. So I work with people directly. And oftentimes, it's... The thing that becomes frustrating is it taking more of your time, but I try my best to understand that maybe the person just doesn't have that form of knowledge, you know? Like, they are just not knowledgeable in that topic. So, do your best to, like, help them learn if they want to learn. Like, if they don't want to learn, they're not going to give a crap, and they're definitely not going to help you. You know what? Sasa Sanctuary is probably the place I should go to. It's a bird area. I potentially missed birds in the bird area. But yeah, more power to you. I get more frustrated with people I work with consistently that kind of treat me like poop than customers that can be frustrating sometimes. But some banks are really difficult to work with. Like, it's like they like to make things last as long as possible. Oh shit, I was running around with it being dark. I can't tell now because there's this... You know, this fog consistently over this place. I know we found some around here before. I just don't remember where. Was it here-ish? Or was it when we went in the sanctuary as a whole? Okay, here. Okay, so we'll say that that is 64. Which doesn't add up because we have 82%, but it's going to be close. Okay, so I'm going to go slowly through here. Because I remember we found a decent amount in here. It was also really late when I was searching this area, so... Oh, sorry. Make sure it's light. What was the other one? Gale Shrine area. I forget the name of that village. That would be a place to check also. Ooh, yeah, baby! Come on! Just be 18% right here. Come on. I don't even think this does anything for me at this point, but when I got that close progressing through the game, got every other animal but the starting one that you find. Come on, just like put me at 100%. I don't want to trek through the dungeons again. Hey, Misa. How's it going? Burb. I like how getting this praise, too, just means nothing for me at this point, because I have so much extra. Oh, boy. 5 praise. 91, so we're at 82, so it was 9%, but it wasn't 9% the whole time, but we just got 9%. We just went and learned all the techniques from the dojo guy. Wait, seriously? This is it? Come on. Be done. I don't have to go through dungeons? I think I came through this place at night. I think that's all it was. If not, I just have to go through the next 2 areas with it being light out. Okay, nice. Literally right next to each other. Not difficult to find. Okay, well, and if that's the case, then let's go... Wait, there's a teleporter in here. Or I could just use this one, I think. Yep. GG. Yeah, it's not like I got anything for it, but it felt bad to find, guess the coast is closer? Yeah, I think the coast is closer. Only missing, what, that was 2 sets of birds? 2 sets of birds that were in the exact same spot. Means I did pretty good. I don't remember how many fangs I needed, but I farmed a decent amount. But we found a quick way to find them, or farm them. I still don't really understand how the thief glove is gonna work. Interesting. Loading zone was definitely down below. We learned an attack now that we poop and it explodes and we get demon fangs from enemies. Now when we jump, we do damage as well. When we double jump, and we... He's happy. I did it. Guess what, pup? Been working really hard with not much time for anything else. And then Kiku came along and told me she loved me. That's obviously the way to do it. A man has to just do his own way, go his own way, and let ladies come to him. I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know if that hairpin had anything to do with it. Maybe it's more of a matter of all things come to those who wait. Anyway, that's one less thing we need to worry about now, Amy. He's happy, though. That's good. Did I forget to talk to him after I helped the girl? The one that I did the rain on? And the tree in the rain? I thought I went back and he was still, like, upset. But maybe I had to leave the town and try it. Okay, so one thing I'm happy that this game did, that oftentimes games that you quote-unquote 100% don't do, is there is a skill system. You are leveling the skills up. You are becoming stronger doing it. But there is way more of the resource in the game than necessary. It might not necessarily be grindable like experiences in a game. Unless maybe there is a way to grind praise, I don't know. I don't think I found one. But I do like the fact that there's extra in the game, so if you're trying, even if you decide some things you want to skip, like, I don't really want to feed the animals. Like, don't like the cutscene, all that type of stuff. Is it Belkria? Sorry if I mispronounced that. And welcome. Alright, what do you got? Like to collect each and every one that I can collect. What do you think? Yes, what do you got? Okay, cool. Nice to meet you. Okay, so we needed 170 at least. I actually think this one's pretty solid. I wish I would have bought it earlier. This one I still don't really... You know what? He is on top of my head in the fight, so that might work. So, I could buy these, but I think I'm more inclined to buy the gold... Go back to the other guy that had the gold pouches to upgrade items. Come visit me again when you have more demon things. Swap. Yeah, it seems like it's designed that way. It seems like it's designed for you to kind of invest some time in the game and the characters and the world around the game to get praise. It makes sense thematically and also makes sense mechanically. But I'm just glad that there's extra. I really thought there wasn't going to be with how slowly it seemed like I was leveling up early, but as you progress through the game, you definitely start to get more praise from the same actions, so... Not too bad. Okay, well I wanted to do that. How many things do I have left? 20? See if I can go buy some gold bags, I guess. And I'll upgrade some old ones. You probably are. I've mostly just been having fun with the game, though. It's my first time playing it blind, just experiencing the world. I'd say they get old after a while, but it was a nice break every once in a while. Talk with chat a little bit. Hey, when you can get some of your chat members excited to see you feeding some birds in a game that you've done 20 times, I think you've done something right. Okay, is there anything else I wanted to try to do other than those gold bags? Also, did I skip? No, okay, I can still go this way. Oh yeah, even he's wearing the shirt with the design on it. Bork with fangs. That's funny. Yeah, you gotta watch them eat. When I started getting the, I thought that there was going to be a little bit more of a story element to feeding the animals. But then it turned out, like, I didn't really care. It was just feeding cute animals. Especially when we got to the cats. That was the best. Yes. When they try to play with your character and they just, like, fall asleep. Grayson more of a save the frames kind of guy. I normally am when it comes to playing something like Super Metroid and stuff like that. But maybe if Super Metroid was feed the animals... I don't know. It's a little bit more cute in this game. That's okay. Again, I think this game just kind of caters to a lot of those things. You're a giant doggo, giant god doggo, feeding little animals and making sure they got their food and sitting and watching them the whole time. Can't say I've seen many games that do something like that, so... Okay, was there a person that sold stuff here as well? A shop person. I don't remember. We'll have to check out the outside edges. I know there's one in the forest. I just don't remember if there was one here or not. Because I thought it'd be interesting to upgrade some of the other weapons as well. Now that we can combine them and make them stronger, since we got those dojo techniques. I do like how quickly you just kind of move through the map after a while. Now I can run on water as well. Excuse me. I think movement things are some of the most important aspects. So I saw this game years ago for the GameCube, and I thought it looked interesting, but back then I could rarely get games. Like, I got games for my birthday, or maybe sometimes for Christmas. So I get like 1 or 2 new games a year. So I was kind of picky, and I'm since this is your first time to the stream, I normally do something called the Grand JRPG Tour. I'm trying to play through every single JRPG. So JRPGs were my go-to, and there was always like a Square Enix game that was coming out or something else, so I kept up to date with those very often. And then I had my other series that I liked, like if Smash Brothers game came out or a Metroid game came out, I'd play those. But for the most part, I stuck to JRPGs. And I remember seeing this game and thinking it looked interesting, but just it wasn't going to be one of my few games. So it's been on my radar for a while. I ended up picking it up, I think, for Wii years ago at a GameStop for really cheap. And thought I'd play it and stream it at some point and just never got around to it. And then I saw it on PC. So the reason I'm playing it now, though, is because I was waiting for a game to come in the mail to continue the JRPG tour, and I decided I'd play this while I waited. And then I ended up spending a lot more time in this game than I expected to. Okay. Oh no, he didn't have... Who had the gold bags then? Was that money you could buy them for? Maybe it was just money. Let's teleport back to the newest town. Can do that over here. Oh yeah, that's something I should say as well. I did pick a few games and let chat vote, and chat picked this one, so it's what they wanted to see as well. I will often do that with some of my random games. Since I am mostly a JRPG streamer, I don't really like to not do that very often, because I feel kind of like I'm doing the opposite of what people are here to watch me for. Let's see. Kamui. We want... I think this is fine. It's a good time, get into it since the sequel was finally announced at the Game Awards a couple of years ago. Oh yeah? I did not see that. I've done a very bad job... Oh, yeah, this isn't the right one. I've done a very bad job keeping up with games the last few years, especially. I don't know. I just don't like watch the same stuff that I used to. So I kind of miss out. And people say, "Oh, here's this game coming out. Are you excited for it?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, maybe." I mean, I'm 37, so I will say I definitely missed out on this game growing up. I think I would have thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved Zelda games. It's got those aspects to it, but it just oozes atmosphere, which is one of my favorite aspects of games. I love the art design. Okay, do you have gold bags? No. I don't remember where I was able to buy those before. Oh well, doesn't matter. I have a few extra, so... Bayonetta. I've not played Bayonetta. I am familiar with them, though. I do know people that have played them as well, so I'm quite familiar with like the play style and stuff with them. Just have not played them myself. Okay, I think that was I think that was everything that I wanted to do. I'm not going to do the fishing, at least right now. That's definitely not my cup of tea, and I'm not going to force myself to. Let's go save before we come up here, because I don't know what's going to happen. Some people enjoy fishing minigames. I am not really one of them. Hey, I did say I probably wouldn't do the fishing, did I not? I'm keeping to my word. That way you can't say I 100%ed the game either. How are we doing on healing items and stuff? Not great. Well, we got good healing items. We just don't have good anything else. Maybe that's fine. I used to like the 100% things, but as time went on, I think you have to pick and choose your battles. I don't care about getting the trophy that says you finished everything in this game. I'm okay with getting the things along the sides that said you did these things in the game. I've enjoyed what I've done. There was a few battles in the game that I found frustrating so far, but outside of that, like I said earlier, I thoroughly enjoyed my time with this game. So why diminish that in any way by forcing myself to do the fishing minigame? It'd be a different story, I think, if it was just, hey, go fish. If you fish 40 times, you'll get every fish, guaranteed. If there wasn't RNG involved and you could get the same fish over and over again, things like that. The wall of ice shall shatter and open the way to the heavens when Kotone glows silver. The prophecy's wall of ice is not the demon's blizzard, rather is the ice on our perpetually frozen lake. Amaterasu, if that arc is the way to the heavens, then you must embark upon it. Though we have not known each other long, I can already tell what sort of being you are. For you, the realm of the gods lies ahead. It is a journey the rest of us cannot take. You knew that, didn't you, Amaterasu? Yeah, totally, Bork, Bork, Bork. The Ark of Yamato. Say it fell from the heavens. It is indeed imposing. Okay, he did not have a whole lot to say. I mean, so was I. When I was younger, I didn't really care with every game, but there were some games that I didn't want to miss out on doing anything. And some games it felt great to 100%. And other games it just felt meh. Tuskull, I'm scared. The Ark of Yamato. It's floating in the sky. How can such an enormous thing float in the sky like that? Must mean that old legend says it's true. Legend about how this ark, which was sunk in Lauchi Lake, fell from the celestial plane into our world. It says the celestials who fell to our world with it were eaten by countless vicious monsters. Except for one. The army controlled by the evil ruler of darkness, Yami, so the Ark of Yamato is related to the power of darkness. Alright, how can it be related to the power of darkness if there's rainbows? Wait, Amy. You know what'll happen if you cross the Rainbow Bridge and board the Ark of Yamato, don't you? I mean, that boat is bad news. The people of Kamui all know that. It's the most hated and feared thing in all the land. Even legends have nothing good to say about it or Lauchi Lake. And you know there's no turning back once you board that thing. Ah, see, I figured. Huh? You look like you want to say something. Resolve? You mean you've got the resolve to pass the point of no return? Sure. I see. Well, I guess this is it then, Amy. Don't you go dying like you did 100 years ago. I would never. I've never done all of that in Final Fantasy X, but I have seen people do it. Wait a sec, Amy. Oh, well, thank you for the follow. Well, we've been through a lot together. We have. How long has it been since we first met? About 64 hours. It all started in the valley of Sakuyu's chest. Jeez. Come on. Then we laid smack down on Orochi. Then that fox wench. I have not played Parasite Eve for the tour, but I have played Parasite Eve before. I really like that game. It's one of those ones I've told chat that I've wanted to share with them. I love the music in it especially, but it's just a very unique atmosphere for an RPG. The way that we do things here is I play a game, I finish it, I do a review, and then chat gets to do a raffle, and whoever wins the raffle gets to pick the next game that I play. So I already have a game in the hopper, which is Wild Arms 4. I'm playing that next, and then Secret of Mana was picked after that. And so whoever wins the raffle after I finish Wild Arms 4 will get to pick the next game that I play. And that's how we've done every single game in the tour so far. We even went inside an Emperor's body and traveled to the bottom of the sea. Then before I knew it, I found myself back in my own land. And now it all ends with the appearance of the legendary Ark. But for you, it's just the start of an even greater adventure. Sorry, Emmy. Afraid this is where we say goodbye. Oh, there's no way you're leaving, dude. There's no way Usun's leaving. He's gotta keep his pervy nature there with us. Like, he's got to bring it with us the whole way. Afraid this is where we say goodbye. No, definitely not gonna happen. Yeah, we do have the Discord as well. We do some community stuff there. So I told you from the beginning I joined you so that I could steal those 13 brush techniques of yours. Found them all during our travels. And now each and every one has been etched into my mind. Hey, he can do it too! He can make a flower! Cool. Huh, I wonder why it didn't work when you did it, Misa. It's not like I've mastered them yet, but I plan on having loads of fun with my newfound skills. It's a bit sad to see you go, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself, pal. No, Amy, no. Look, you're a god. I'm a sprite. We live in completely different worlds. The road ahead may be a tough one, but it's one you're just gonna have to walk alone. Bork? Haha, I know. Just, I got things I need to do too, you know? Now let's wrap this up. Can't stand long goodbyes. Farewell, my furry friend. Oh, jeez. Hold it right there, Furball. How many times do I have to tell you? Gotta go our separate ways. Now leave me alone, you thick-headed lump of fur. That's not very nice. He's right, ma chérie. Your way lies with this Ark. It's Hot Stuff McFastpants. You again? At last. At last, the path to the heavens has opened up. Oh, fantastique. I think I said that wrong. I didn't say it French enough. How long have I yearned for this moment? 200 years? No, it must have been much longer. Bah, what are you babbling on about now, you big fruitcake? Path to the heavens? Yo, Masa, waka waka waka. Thank you for the 98 months, man. Welcome back to the party, and thanks for the continued support. How you doing tonight? It's pretty early for you, from what I gather. You don't have to be asleep already and up for work soon. Path to the heavens, on that creepy old hunk of junk? What a fitting exit for a half-baked prophet like you. I have no idea what you're up to, and frankly, I don't care. Not a part of this anymore, so I'm gonna split. Have fun, you two. afraid of the legendary arc, are we? What did you say? Well, if you must go, then go. Besides, only those worthy of the trip to the heavens may board. The fabled Ark of Yamato. Never had a ticket, and you never will. Why, you witless two-bit half-baked prophet? You're just trying to trick me into getting on that stupid boat. Not gonna fall for something like that. I'm no fool. So there. Wait a sec. I know. Maybe I should just hop on board your little boat. Yeah, and then should tear the place apart as a little parting gift to you. Whoops. Don't blame me. I already told you. Only those worthy of the trip to the heavens may board. But you didn't need me to tell you that, my little bouncing friend. You know very well why you can't board this ark. Do I not speak the truth, little celestial envoy? Uh-oh. Well, it's about time. Ah! Bork! My little friend, I have another prophecy for you. Listen up. This will no doubt come in handy for you. It takes two to tango. What the heck? The bond of the brush shall intercede. Thought I'd give you a long version since it was my last. Pretty good, don't you think? Those unwilling to fulfill their own destiny cannot board the ferry to the celestial plane. Life is all about resolve. Outcome is secondary. It is resolve that determines the value of your life. You have no doubt met many such resolute people in your journeys. Well, my little bouncing friend, I must bid you adieu. Shall we, Moshiri? We have a date with Destiny, and we mustn't keep her waiting. You do the tango with your doggo? Do you tell them it takes two to tango? If not, you better do that next time and let chat know how it goes. Board the Ark of Yamato. Apparently that was an achievement. My goodness, I can hardly believe it. Hi, Marco. Polo! My eyes may have been enveloped in darkness all this time, but I know when I see a divine being before me. Okami Amaterasu, you've returned home. I, Marco, would like to welcome you on behalf of all Celestials. Celestial being Marco. Oh, I made a mistake. I said that you'd return home, but of course I was wrong. This is the inside of the dreaded ark which fell from the heavens. It's nothing like our wonderful home, the celestial plane. Alas, only my spirit remains in this world. It's been imprisoned here for many years. Perhaps it was my destiny. Okami Amaterasu. I'd be so grateful if you could bestow upon us a small gift, not only for me, but for the others who succumb to death. In exchange, I will give you what I can. I'm sure that it would lift everyone's spirits. Is he going to be a salesperson? Oh, demon fangs. Oh wait, can I just have bought everything from him? See, I kind of want to spend them and see how many golden peaches he has. What do you have for sale? Money. Ooh, tundra beads. Cool. I will buy gold dust as well. I can afford to, or you only have two. I think that's what it is. I think it was the shops had them. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade my stuff and then figure out what I want to buy. Finally, the power of ice. Cool. So if you did this, oh man, if you could have three, you could have ice, thunder, and I think I like the power of fire in the background as well. And let's do this. I do kind of wish you could upgrade all of them more than once. I definitely don't have enough for everything. But if I went back to the other shops, I probably would. Yeah, what, we're 3 short? I have always liked... Ooh, it looks like a snowflake around it. That's really cool, like a purple snowflake. I like that. Is there anything else we want to buy? Sure. I am very low on stuff because of those challenging battles that we did before. I think we'll buy like 5 of these. 5 of these. We've got plenty of those. I think we're fine on those. Is she gonna pick her plumage? Okay. Okay, here, I guess we'll save this back on slot 1 then. We'll keep slot 2 for if we ever want to go back and do something. But this one will be slot 1. And we'll keep saving here now. Maybe someday I'll be like, alright, I'm gonna go do the fishing minigame. Sure. But I mean, the thing I cared about most we did. It took forever. I'd say it probably took about 30 plus hours to find them all outside of playing the normal game. Oh. Hakuba. Goodness, if I'm not mistaken, you're from our home, the Celestial Plane. I like the hair ears. It's you, Okami Amaterasu. Who would have thought we would meet again after all this time? All my waiting under the dark, cold ice has paid off. We Celestials may have lost our physical form, but our spirits live on and are with you for all eternity. Thought I was sensible? Well, I enjoyed getting them and finding them. There was only like 3 that I found very frustrating to get. The rest I kind of enjoyed figuring out the puzzles and trying to look for them. I'd say that's still sensible. We were heartbroken after the battle on the Celestial Plane when you fell to this world with that monster. We managed to escape before it happened, but little did we know the tragedy that was about to befall us. After we ran away from the battle, we boarded the Ark of Yamato hoping to get away, but not long after we set sail, countless monsters appeared from the depths of the Ark. Having nowhere to run, all of us were devoured by the monsters. This Ark, which was built by the lunar civilization, turned out to be a cargo ship designed to transport thousands of monsters. Not long after setting sail, the Ark lost its rudder and plummeted down to this world. The Celestials on board, each and every one of us were slain. Except for Waka. I don't know why the Moon Tribe built such a thing, but when the Ark fell to this world and brought such a tragedy, well, it was nothing short of a disaster. Okami Amaterasu. Seems that the Ark has begun to move again after all this time, but this place is like a nest of dark beings. Please take care not to be sucked into the darkness. Oh, I won't. Aw. Like, now I have the thing that charges. Oh, no, I should equip that, huh? Equipment. I do like being able to walk on water. Draws money and valuables in. What do I get rid of? The demon scrolls, I guess? Yeah, we'll equip that one for now. Seems cool. Okay, what is this going to entail now? Boss rush? Battles of some kind? I guess we'll find out. Ooh. Hi. Yay. Da-da-da. It's interesting fighting these bosses now being even stronger. Especially considering I leveled up no HP the entire game. Should've. Is this just gonna take me back? Are we gonna fight more bosses? Oh, it's blue now? I suppose that's a good sign. Blue as opposed to dark evil red. Okami Amaterasu, it seems one of the dark beings has disappeared. If only all the evil power would leave our midst. Then I'm sure the Ark would return to the celestial plane. Ah, I was ready for immortality, but now it seems the time has come for my spirit to take leave. It's brought joy to my heart to have met you before I depart. I hope that you will return to the celestial plane of Amaterasu, and that you will bring light to this world once more. Oh. Well, bye. Who are we gonna meet this time? Nobody! That's not what I was expecting. I guess I could have healed. Alright, what's this gonna be? I'm hoping it's like... Is it just gonna be the main bosses that we fought? Would be my guess. So we're gonna... Yeah, okay. Whoops. It's freezing. No! Bum bum bum. Yo! That means we're gonna have to fight a spider again. I could go buy the exorcism things ahead of time and make the battle quicker. Which one do we think the spider's gonna be? Do we think it'll be the right side, since going left it seems like we fought the harder things? Feels like we're going opposite direction. First try! Alright, let's go buy some of the exorcism thingies, and then we'll go back through to the center. Not that we need them, but it is kind of fun. Sure. Also, what do I have to sell? I stopped selling stuff after a while. I started keeping these and wish I kept one of each, but at this point, it doesn't feel like we're doing anything with them. Also, I don't have all of them anymore, because I sold them. But I did find one of each. Let's just go from the bottom. Yeah, we have a lot of things to sell. I will definitely say, I talk very frequently about OSTs and what they mean to me in a game. Like how they can sometimes make or break a game for me. And I also talk about how frequently I would listen to an OST outside of playing the game. And I will say that so far, Okami is definitely one of those soundtracks that I will listen to outside of playing the game. I just love the instrument usage and everything else. Very solid. We're good on those. I'll buy more of these. I know that there's one or two songs that people have submitted to me before that I've heard, and I was like, that was very good. Oh yeah, battle music's really solid too. Okay, so this would be the boss that we fight in between that one. Is it going to be the girl before she transformed into Ninetales, maybe? It's you, Okami Amaterasu. Hi, Sato. Did wonder when the dark when the arc began to move. Lo and behold, it's the guardian of our home, the celestial plane. Celestial being Sato. Why did such tragedy befall us? This ark was built by the lunar civilization as a rescue. It had been enshrined in the celestial plane for many years. We believed it would be safe. In order to ensure our future existence, we fled to the ark when the monsters attacked us. How could we have known this ark would become our coffin? I don't know. Maybe it was our destiny. Perhaps it was all decided from the start. That monster, Orochi, who attacked the celestial plane, had suddenly come flying across the sea of stars, and after destroying our people and our homeland, it went on to cause pain and suffering in this world. Perhaps it was all preordained by the Moon Tribe. Well, if they preordained it, they were kind of butts. They were kind of buttheads. Q. So, for those of you that play games like this one, not specifically using this game, oh no. We had the option to go from left to right in this area. I went left and then right. How many of you would have gone right first? That was quick. Da, 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 da. That's how spider battles should go. Don't actually know what we're gonna fight now, though. Running out of ideas. Okami Amaterasu. I sense the presence of someone here on the ark. Could it be that man from the Moon Tribe? I can feel his pain somewhere deep down inside this ark. Amaterasu, you must save him without a moment's delay. You must stop the seeds of tragedy from being sown. In order for the evil in this world to be exorcised, the sun god Amaterasu must return to Celestial Plane. I pray that you will watch over the world from the heavens, that you'll bestow peace upon us all. Goodbye. Maybe I'll get some health. Not that I feel like I really need it. Nope. Close enough. What will this one be? Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah. No? Is that all I need to do? Do I not need to, like, hit them this time? Done and done. course, I took 1 damage. How dare I? Bum, 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 bum. Alright, what do we think the last one's going to be then? We're going to have another NPC? Nope. Yep. Azumi. Been waiting for you, Okami Amaterasu. My fleeting spirit will disappear at any moment. Glad I was able to hold on long enough to meet with you. Long, long ago, you and Orochi fell together to this world. Then you waited for the Chosen One to put an end to Orochi's life. You waited patiently for countless moons, till finally the Chosen One, Nagi, was born. Together you sent the monsters of the moon to its fate. You didn't realize it. That was just one ripple in a wave of darkness. It's exactly 100 years since the legend of Nagi. The monster was quietly recovering its strength for all those years, until it used Nagi's descendant, Susanoo, to complete its revival. Once again, it tried to destroy this world. When you defeated it, the next stage of its plan began. It cursed the land with its evil power. The world was soon overrun with monsters from the Ark. Orochi's evil presence was more than enough to power them all. Smoldering powers of darkness exploded throughout Nippon, and the world was thrown into a storm of chaos never seen before. After that, well, you saw with your own eyes. I almost said 2 eyes for some reason. Word wasn't there. The evil powers that left those monsters you defeated have all gathered here in the Ark of Yamato. Exorcism of the roots of evil is a daunting task. You must keep your eyes open for what is in the center of it all. Alright. What could it be? What could it be? Oh, this guy. Yay. Hi. You have quite a few emotes. Hey, I didn't get hit. You lurk. I have got quite a few random subs by just checking out a stream, and all of a sudden there was a train going on. It's like, okay, cool. Now I have emotes. I gave him a chance to fight back. Okami Amaterasu. It has begun at long last. The waves of darkness have finally begun to roll. All this evil power, I cannot hold on much longer. Amaterasu, there is one final thing I must tell you. The man of the moon tribe with the golden hair. I want you to tell him something. The Celestials will never forget how he fought alongside you when Orochi attacked. We are forever grateful. Hey, I'm... Like, they gotta make it harder! I think after I finish this game, I do want to watch a speed run of it and see, like, what they do in it. I'm sure there's lots of crazy stuff you can do. Alright. What could be up here? Okami Amaterasu. Just being able to see you with my own eyes. I can't tell you how much joy it brings me. Pains me that I can't remain with you until the end. But I know that you won't let us down. Now, I must join the others, but I'll never forget you, and how we used to play in the fields in our homeland. I pray that you will always shine bright, Amaterasu. Sure, I am the sun after all. Ba da 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 da. Right. Oh no! Your shiny spark sword! There you are, Amaterasu. Thought I could handle this before you arrived, but it seems I have met my match. Haha. This brings back memories, Mashiri. Remember when we faced Orochi together on the celestial plane? Behold, it is shrouded in darkness, but make no mistake, this is none other than Yami, the evil ruler of darkness. It was he who slew the Celestials on board this very ark, and brought misfortune upon the land of mortals. Of course, it's too dark to see his true form now. I can fix that. With the power of the sun! So it begins. The dreaded day of darkness is upon us. Not the dreaded day of darkness. What about the dreaded day of brightness? You are fighting Ball! All my praise! Distorted time and space brings about this phenomenon. This ill-fated day only occurs once every 100 years. Nobody, not even the gods, has the power to stop it. Good thing. Still, I shall stand firm and fight this battle. For it was I who brought the Ark of Yamada to the Celestial Plane. But I was oblivious to the evil that lurked in its depths. It caused the death of countless innocent Celestials. It brought a curse upon the land of mortals. However, I cannot reset my actions nor undo the past. Amaterasu. Orochi can only be defeated with the power of the Chosen One. That's what I told you. And you waited for me without question. You waited patiently in this land of mortals. And you waited for the day that Nagi, the Chosen One, was born. You believed in me despite knowing that I count myself among the ranks of the accursed Moon Tribe, who had escaped from the lunar realm. I was deeply moved by your earnest spirit. That is why my faith in you has not waned since that fateful day, when we engaged Orochi in battle side by side. Matarazu, you must return to the celestial plane. You must do so in order to bring peace to this world. You retrieve rejuvenation. Power Slash. Green Sprout. I don't have the power yet. Okay. Big wind! I don't have that power yet either, do I? Cherry Bomb. Eat it.
I don't have that yet.
Oh, jeez. Oof. Oop. Ball. Not bad for a ball. Where'd you come from? Well, you know the drill. Except one of those famous howls of yours. No. Memories. Bork! Oh. Yeah, I just got all those back. That furball's always spacing out like that. Enemy can't get anything done without my help. Is that doggy crying somewhere, sis? Is that why the sunshine has disappeared? I haven't seen the doggy for a while now. Am I saying there's no such thing as God's calls all this? Snowy, the hole digging king. Never dreamt that you were a god. Gonna make Hayabusa a nervous wreck. If we don't get that sun shining again soon. Amaterasu, thanks to you, we can protect our village by ourselves. We must be strong and triumph over evil. For the canine warriors so dearly wish to see you once more. God sure was burning with passion. I don't know what happened, but if that mongrel doesn't come out of hiding, I'll have to send up a really big one to reignite that passion. Oh, so that wolf really was a god. Perhaps I should have made an offering of my bamboo ware. Maybe my fault that the sun has ceased to shine. Who would have ever thought that rascal was really Shiranui reborn? My. How that god loved my cherry cakes. Could this darkness be caused by hunger? Chirp. Uh-oh. The boss is praying? Snowy, did something happen to you? Why has the sun suddenly disappeared? Fido won't roll over and play dead for evil. No brother of mine would dream of it. Ha ha ha. Something in your brushwork touches the heart. You never abandoned your life as an artist, after all. When one tries to master something, it ends in either success or failure. It is in the attempt itself where you find the true value. Believe in your own power and walk your own path. Be soon. See, you have finally heeded your calling. Your resolve is plain to see in your drawing. It's the power to move people's hearts and inspire their faith in the gods. Amaterasu, their faith shall be your power. Ha ha ha! He did it! My grandson did it! Look at the spirit behind this beautiful brushwork. It truly deserves the title of Celestial Envoy. It's work like this that can show the true glory of the gods and guide people to the right path. There's one thing I'm sure of, Amaterasu. You found a much better companion than I could ever be. Okay, everyone, I know it's kind of hard to see in this darkness, but get a load of my latest work. Soon, the wandering artist presents his interpretation of the great god, Amaterasu. Can you hear me, Amy? You're not floundering about without me, are you? Gotta pull yourself together. Finally chose my path, and I have the resolve to see it through. Started the Roman land as your missionary, but you gotta take care of things on your end, too. Don't look so sad. Just psych yourself up like we always did. Remember? Oops, I almost forgot. Check these out, everyone. It's a great god Amaterasu descending from the heavens. Pretty good, huh? Amy was smiling down from the sky just a little while ago. Something must have disturbed the furball's concentration, though. That's why the world has gone dark. Without Amy, we can't take a refreshing nap outdoors. Rice won't grow. Plants and flowers will wither. Laundry won't dry. Monsters will roam about like they own the place. In other words, our world will be a total mess. No one wants to live in a world like that. Especially me. So come on, everybody. Let's join together to call upon the great god. Let's show Amulet that we truly believe. Put your hands together and pray. Let's make our gratitude obvious. I mean, we shouldn't pray only when we want something. We should consider how the gods must feel once in a while. We should even take on some of their burden. If you pray with all your heart, maybe the sun will cheer up and show itself once again. Lighting our world with its heavenly glow. After all, the best thing about the great god Amaterasu is that happy-go-lucky spirit. Right, Amy? Answer if you can hear me, you furball. Bork, 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 bork! That got me a little teary-eyed, not gonna lie. One of those times I'm happy to not be on webcam. Sure, prayers have reached Amy. I know that no matter how hard dark it gets, where their god is now, there's a great big smile behind that shining sign up there. Sure, prayers have reached Amy. Oh. Complete your bestiary. Sakuya? Yay! Happy doggo. Hey! It's Bamboo Princess! It's not, it's Waka, I guess. It looked like a princess. Fantastic. Fantastique, Amaterasu. What a long and winding road it's been, eh, Mashiri? But alas, our arch-nemesis Yami, the Dark Lord, brought darkness upon the land of mortals. It has been annihilated for all eternity. I must say, I was really surprised by your little bouncing friend. Couldn't have done it without him. That tickles. Down, heel. You're going to lick me to death. Well, Amaterasu, time to embark to even stormier seas, making the world a better place and is never easy. You must return to the celestial plane and set things in order. Only then can you usher in a new age of peace in the mortal world. Our journey is far from over, Mashiri. Now, full speed ahead. First stop, Celestial Plane. The path to heaven, eh? Kinda sounds like fun. Remember what I said the first time I met you, Amy? There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. So I'm going for a ball, and there's no way you're gonna stop me. I'm gonna pull out all the stops and inspire people's faith in you. You're gonna have more believers than you know what to do with. You'll see. Until then, take care of yourself, you big furball. 20 years later. Well, looks like that's it. Thank you for the GGs, everybody. Yeah, it's good to have met you. I've met quite a few cool people while playing this game. It's really cool to meet people that really have like a lot of love for a game and get to, you know, learn a little bit about them, why they like the game, how long ago they played it, things like that. Definitely feel like I missed out on this one as a kid. I think I would have appreciated it a lot then, but I really appreciate it a lot now too. I've been trying to download all my videos to be able to put up on YouTube eventually, so yeah, this would be like a sidebar of Crayson content, I guess, non-JRPG tour related. Yeah, this is definitely a very unique credit sequence. Boom, boom. Yo. Like how it almost looks like Okami's, Amaterasu rather, is dancing a little bit. Ooh. I love the art. Like, I really do. Like, the aesthetic for the characters and stuff like that. I really like it. Like how the enemies are there in the background playing the drums. Yo! Look at all the doggos! So what'd the stray beads get me? Hi, guys. Bork. That was my seal that I drew. And that concludes something, well then I'd say that's enough storytelling for today. My work of art. The story contains the hopes and dreams of many fine people. Keep it close to your heart and cherish it. What's that? Want to know why I alone know this tale and that no one knows? You listened to the whole story and never figured it out? You missed the whole point. Jeez, what's wrong with you? Suppose I'll have to tell the whole story all over again. Is this New Game Plus? Let's learn to show my brush the respect it deserves. Anyway, I'm tired. Let's call it a day. If you're eager to hear more, I'll tell you the rest of the story some other time. Until then, do your best to live up to the heroes I told you about. It's time to roll this scroll up and give it a title. Okami Amaterasu's Adventure. Come back again, okay? Until next time. Gotta read it from right to left. Because that's how you read Japanese. One final bork for the road. Bork, 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 rough. There. I did it. Hi, buddy. That's not a bork. That's a meow. That's a pew. I beat the game, buddy. I beat the game. That's what it seems like so far. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that there's more. Results. Damage. Wait. Defeat Yami. Total results. Days pass. Saves. Oh. Okay. I like how it looks like a real dog in the bottom left, too. Okay. Oh, I'm not even clicked into the game anymore, apparently. Congratulations. Earn a cherry tree rank for each item in the total results screen. Okay, I did that. You got presents from Isun. You obtained Karmic Transformer 1. Karmic Transformer 2. Karmic Returner. You obtained Stray Bead. All Stray Beads have been reunited. The string of beads is complete. Karmic Transformer 3, 4... What are all these? Real Doggo. The secret theater has been added to the gallery. You can save the game here. The save file will be used to start your new adventure. Saving to a new file instead of overwriting is recommended. Yeah, sure. Okay, so what did the stray beads thingy do? Once upon a time, a faraway land. There's a tiny village by... Is this just the introduction again? Mm-hmm. Kamiki. She tells a horrible beast threaten the residents. It also tells of a wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against the beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and admiration of the wolf. Ah, okay, so it is something. Huh. Not sure I'm a fan of that. But, you know, I still had fun collecting them. Buddy.
Okay, you want pets, I get it. I'm giving you pets. I'm giving you all the pets, okay?
Okami video treasure chest. Various videos of the game. Okami music. Okami art. Okay, well, now's the time, I guess, to take a look at the achievements in the game. Complete your fish tome. Make your way to the shore without being swallowed by the water dragon. Oh, okay. That's where you're getting Cow and you are Rao, I think it was. When you're both running away from it and she's like running on the water, or fake Rao. And then there's another one, but I can't see what it is because it's hidden. It might just be one of those ones that's unlock all achievements, because there's lots of those. Alright, so I'd say I did just about everything in the game. I would have to replay the game to do the whole escape from the water dragon, but I could go do the fishing whenever, if I ever wanted to. So, I'd say I played this game to its fullest. Alright, let's get some music from this playing, and I'll talk about the game for a little bit. Ba-da-dum. Can I just play them all? Oh, jeez. Alright, this is just fine. Raffle. Well, we will likely have some form of something for when we do another game on the side again, which, like I was saying before, and I think a few times while playing this, I do think I want to have a game on the side while I'm playing JRPGs. I think it's just a good break. And sometimes they're just some games that are a little bit of a slog. But anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed this game. Again, I went in thinking it was going to be like 15 hours. I didn't look up anything ahead of time. I just thought in general it'd be something nice to play in between waiting for a game to come in the mail. I assumed I was going to enjoy it. It seemed up my alley. I've heard some music from it before, and you know how much music means to me in games. I like the art style. I mean, it's cute animals doing cute things too, which is just, you know, fun. You can never go wrong there. But it's just it's an overall fun game. I think the few flaws that I can bring up are sometimes the drawing doesn't quite work as expected. You can see plenty of times where I drew the symbol, and I'm sure there's some type of mechanic behind it where it didn't work. The spider bosses had some annoyances to them sometimes where trying to connect the flowers to them and everything else wouldn't work, but it seemed like if you go even slightly past the area that you're trying to draw to, sometimes it doesn't work. Different elements can get in the way sometimes when you're trying to do something. Like you just want to do a slash, but you're close to a fire symbol, you'll do fire instead. There's definitely some things that could have been a little bit better, but for the most part, the battle system is relatively fluid, barring a few enemies that require you to figure out like a specific way to beat them. More often than not, it's just using a specific ability or like hitting them from a certain angle. But for the most part, the combat is just straightforward, not too difficult. You get plenty of items to make the battles easier. The challenge altars were kind of frustrating. They were basically a test of patience more than anything else. You just did basically no damage, even with the best weapon you had at the time, and having it upgraded. So I feel like just making the battles take longer overall for the sake of making it quote-unquote challenging would probably be beneficial to some people that were mostly playing this game for the combat. But I don't really feel like that's what this game's about. I feel like I'll say what I do about most games is the story is the most important thing to me first and foremost. Mechanics are very secondary. They're like icing on the cake. Sometimes you can have a good cake with just a little bit of icing, as long as it fits. As long as you're not like putting poop icing on something, you know? You're not like putting this like really terrible icing on the cake and then like having this amazing tasting cake underneath where you have to dig it off. And I don't think it went that far. I feel like it did a good overall job. I love the atmosphere of this game. I love the different characters. I love just being able to interact with the brush at different parts of the world and seeing random things happen. Just randomly cutting things and having things fly out of nowhere. Doing a circle around a character and having that character come up to you and pat your head. Having a little character that's just sitting there playing with a ball come up to you and like hug you and pet the like bottom of your chin. Like all that little type of stuff was just very endearing and felt like you were legitimately a dog, a wolf, playing through a game, or like playing through a world, trying to help people, feeding animals, helping people, like all those different things. It felt very lived in for that experience, and I really enjoyed it. Art style, like 10 out of 10 for me. I love when a game takes an art style, which it did twice. It does the cell shading and like the brush stroke technique, which you use with attacks, and like that, like the cultural aspect of old Japanese type of drawings and all that type of stuff as well throughout the entire world. And it's everywhere. Every little detail, like the trees, the water, all that different type of stuff. It's just that same aesthetic all the way through. And I love that. I just enjoyed playing through it and looking for things and searching things. The enemies having this like almost old cultural aspect to them as well, with like a slight tie into religion at the same time. Some like sad stories tied to how they became like bad beings and everything else. It's just, I don't know. I really had fun with this game. I just ticks all the boxes for me. I would say that I don't necessarily think looking for the stray beads is something everyone has to do. I do think that I stumbled upon some really funny and interesting and endearing quest lines while doing it. Just like the one girl not believing in the gods and then wondering how the heck do I make it rain for her when I already grew a tree so that she believes in me. Like, figuring those little things out was kind of fun, and then seeing their reactions and stuff was great. Feeding the guy the medicine where he turns blue and then he just comes out dancing all over the place. Not every side quest was fun, and I think that that's kind of the inherent problem with having a bunch of side quests in a game, is that not all are always created equal. But it's a completely different story going up to an NPC having an exclamation point above their head and them saying, go collect these 15 items from an enemy, or, you know, go do this thing in this certain amount of time frame, or go fight this boss and come back to me. Take this NPC from one location to the other, and the only thing that you get out of it is them saying thanks, giving you a couple items, and then sending you on your way. I think when you go back to these areas and you see these NPCs that you helped and they're like happy and they're doing different things, and like it perpetuates through the kid in the beginning when you picked all those radishes out of the dirt. That thing even popping up in the end. It's just like little things that make doing side quests feel worth it. If I compare half the other games that I play where I try to do side quests because I'm mostly doing it for the extra items that you get, because more often than not, that's where like part of the best content mechanically in the game is barred behind. Go do all these side quests so you get a certain rank in the game, and then you're going to get these items, and it makes your characters way stronger, better. Maybe you get some good side story, maybe you get some unique techniques and stuff like that. This one felt like it was all a byproduct of just wanting to explore the world more. Sure, there was lots of running around places and digging up treasures, and half the treasures didn't matter, but every time I explored and found something different, even if it was just like an animal in a little nook in an area or something like that, or just talking to an NPC, talking about the cat wailing in the background and stuff like that, and having all these different cats, and then climbing that tower. Everything about it just felt whimsical, and I enjoyed it. I don't think the game needs to be 50 to 60 hours long. I do think that there's some times where they kind of slow down the pace quite a bit, and there's a lot of like
potential repetitive nature to it, and then the game speeds up at a bunch of times. It never gets too slow. There was kind of a lack of direction here and there, but you had the NPC that you could talk to that would tell you where to go, or give you an idea of where to go. But even then, sometimes it was a little difficult to figure out what to do. But I had fun with the puzzles. I had fun thinking about solutions to problems, trying to use the brush strokes in unique areas and see what was going to happen out of it, and sometimes just getting ridiculously humorous results. I'm going to remember this game. And first and foremost, I think that's the most important thing when you're playing games these days. I've had conversations with friends recently where we talk about the difference between older games and newer games. And what I often bring up is that I feel sometimes the games just don't live as long in my mind as they used to. And what I always get pushed back on me is that that's just nostalgia. You're being nostalgic about something. Well, when I go and play an old game like this, a game that was out, 10, 15, 20 years ago, however long it is, sure, I'm playing the HD version of the game that probably has some better fidelity and everything else to it. But what made this game what it was shines through to this day. And it's not just because I like old games that I'm liking this game. It's because it does the things that I like. And I feel like oftentimes, unless I'm playing a lot of indie projects these days, I'm losing out on the things I loved about games. Yes, this game has heart. It has attention to detail. Even the little areas that you run into and just have a random generic NPC that you don't expect to say or do anything witty, you can have an entire conversation with them that's just silly and memorable. It's not their life story. It's not everything about their existence. Sometimes it's just like, man, they'd really like to eat some salmon. Maybe I'll help them eat some salmon someday. Who knows? But yeah, I'll say this much. I think that this game definitely has some flaws. There's going to be aspects to it that aren't for everybody, and the combat can get a little bit iffy for people. But you could beat this game and enjoy the story overall in probably 20 to 30 hours, I would assume. You will definitely miss out on some of the nuance between the characters and some little growth to them and the whole theme of them believing in the gods and believing in Okami in general. But I think you still get the major gist of the game and would have fun with it. If you're willing to spend a little bit more time, I think you actually do get something out of it. So yeah, I definitely recommend it to people. It might be something that I replay in a few years, come back to it brand new. Maybe I even break out the New Game Plus to see what it's like, but this one's going to go down in my memories, and it's going to be a fond one, and it'll be fun to talk with other people about it as time goes on. So thanks for all of you that hadn't played it before and were experiencing it for the first time. Thanks for living vicariously through me and enjoying it with me, and watching me struggle to solve puzzles and being there to rejoice when we figured something out after running around all over the place for 10-15 hours trying to figure it out. And for those of you that played the game before and didn't spoil anything for me and let me play it and just enjoyed it alongside with me as well, I appreciate it. That being said, I think we will be back to the JRPG tour next stream. I'm hoping that would be tomorrow. I have everything set up for it and ready to go anyway, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal to just get it running. Alright, Nameku it is, even though you still can't see it. So yeah, looking forward to going back to the JRPG tour. Glad I played this game. And I think that's all the more I have to say. I guess I will look forward to next stream, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we start with a strong one. I hope all of you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you all next time. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you then. Have a good one. I don't know why I waved to my screen when I'm not on webcam, but I did. Alright, good night everyone.